What should our thumbnail be?
I feel like, okay, I was thinking about there's something, mud or something on my pants. Anyway, I was thinking about this on the way here, actually. Okay. I was thinking you could be, like, roaring and I could be, like, or, like, saluting.
Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I have Audrey!
Hi guys!
She's back! What's up? And we're going to be talking about The Lion Guard Return of the Roar. The Lion Guard Return of the Roar is a 2015 television release about Simba and Nala's son Kion and how he discovers he has the roar of his ancestors and is the new lead of the Lion Guard. It's directed by Howdy Parkins, animation direction by Christian Larocque, editing by Christopher K. Gee, music by Xavier Whitley and Christopher Willis, and it's written by Ford Riley.
The movie stars Max Charles, who plays Kion, Rob Lowe plays Simba, Gabrielle Union plays Nala, and Joshua Rush plays Bunga.
Diamond White plays Fuli, Atticus Shaffer plays Ono, Dusan Brown plays Vashti, and Eden Riley plays Kiara. This is the pilot for the TV show The Lion Guard. The whole concept takes place in the middle of Lion King 2. So it's kind of like Lion King 1.5, where it like takes place before, during, and after, where
2.5.
So the Lion Guard takes place after Kiara's first meeting with Kovu, but before her first like solo hunt when she's like a grown-up teen.
I really like the animation style of this. Yes. I feel like it was well done. There was one particular sequence too. It was, and I'm sorry, I don't know any of the songs, but it was the hyena song.
The animation, it was very Halloween.
Halloween, and like, it really, like the whole, overall, it really went back to the original nicely. Mm-hmm. So like, the animation style and the graphics and the colors of the hyenas reminded me a lot of like Be Prepared in the original. So like I thought that was a cool nod. So I really liked the animation style. I'm like, the last thing I think I saw with you was like a direct to video or direct to DVD. So like this was an upgrade for Audrey. So
I would definitely agree. It's nice to see something like 2D animated because I think they really only do that for television shows at this point.
Yes.
So it was nice to see that, and just like naturally, because it's been like a decade since they've done something in 2D animation, it looks better even for a television release.
Oh yeah.
It's really beautiful 2D animation. I have no complaints about the animation whatsoever. It's in the similar spirit of Lion King and fits the vibe.
Yeah, it's very sharp. You know, like the lines look
clear,
sharp.
It's crisp.
Yeah, it reminds me of like, you know, the new Mickey Mouse shorts that they do. Like the colors and the darks are like really popping.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the music. Okay. I liked the inclusion of the original music. I was like taken completely off guard by that, and I wasn't.
Which?
The first song.
Okay.
I heard the theme song, and then I forget what the first song was. But I was like, oh, okay. We have original music up in here.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant them including music from the original Lion King. That's what I thought you meant. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, I meant like...
I see, like they created original music
songs
for the show.
Sure. Right. Mm-hmm. I was completely off guard by that. And I'm like, okay, I see you.
I mean, it tracks. The 3 movies have original music in them.
True. But I guess, like, I went into it knowing, like, okay, this is the pilot for the TV show. So I was, like, picturing it, like, as TV episodes. So when they started just singing songs, I was like, okay, like, go off, Lion Guard, you know? But for me, I think in my current age, it was hard to understand some of the lyrics and like keep up with everything. Like I've always started to like, if I don't understand something, I always turn on closed captioning, but I didn't for this time because of the way I was watching it. But it was hard to understand some of the lyrics. I think they were all bops. The hyena song, I really liked the inclusion of a villain song. I wasn't prepared for I wasn't prepared for a villain song, but I thought it was good.
Okay.
What's your thought?
I thought the music was garbage. I hated it. I think
That's
the
hilarious.
song, well, because like every song they did was trying to be a song from one of the movies.
Yeah, like Hakuna Matata and Zuma Zuka or whatever.
Yeah, that was like, it was the same thing. I'm like, okay, like we could have come up with something else, which granted,
That's a fair point.
in Lion King 2, Love Will Find a Way is definitely supposed to it's trying to be Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah, and He Lives in You is like Circle of Life.
Yeah, but He Lives in You is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you can't even...
Lion King 2 stands here.
But, like, the, One of Us song, that's completely original to Lion King 2, so
yeah.
it felt like, I'm glad they tried and did music.
Yes.
And it wasn't, like, the worst music I've ever heard, but I hated it. I thought the song... I think it's because the songs felt out of place. Besides the villain song felt in place, and then it gave it such a huge Halloween vibe that I was like, is it Halloween? I was like, did this premiere on Halloween? I didn't pay attention.
That's funny.
But otherwise, some of the other songs felt really displaced for me. I feel like they could have been better.
Oh yeah, they all could have been better.
And the Zuka Zuma or whatever, that song was supposed to be like Hakuna Matata.
Oh yeah.
But I still, at the end of that, had no idea what those words meant.
Yeah.
It was like, it's fun, or something.
Yeah, I sort of picked up on, like, when things get stressful, just keep going forward kind of
Sure,
vibe.
but Hakuna Matata, it means no worries.
Right.
Excellent. I know what the words mean. Hakuna Matata
You don't
means
need
no
a
worries.
dissertation.
Right. I don't, like, great. I understand. Where
Yeah.
this one, it was like, all of these things, and I was like, which one? What does it mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Now
You
I
need to
really
lay
don't
it
know
out
what it
for us.
means. Like,
Yeah.
not that I need to necessarily know what it means. I got the gist based off of him saying it 400 million times.
Yeah.
In a 44-minute movie.
Yeah. I think for me, like, since, like, I saw the similarities and the parallels with the original to Lion Guard, like, I wasn't as, like, thrown off by, like, oh, this is, like, a Be Prepared song. Oh, this is, like, this
Sure.
song. Because I know, like, when you're doing something for a pilot, you want to make sure that it's successful. And,
Totally.
like, you know Lion King. Like, it's still, even 30 years later...
They're
it's
still milking it.
Yes. So, like, I totally get, like, the parallels and wanting to, like, do that, but it could have been done better, for sure.
I think it also plays a factor that you had no idea it was a musical, and I knew it was a musical.
Yes. I think
I knew it was a musical going in, I knew there were songs, you had no clue. So, like, if I had no clue and was shocked by them, I think I probably would have been a little bit more lenient, because I was just excited to have them. I knew they were going to be there, and I even wrote, like, even Lion King 1.5 songs are better than this, and we all know how I feel about Lion King 1.5. So, like...
Yeah, grazing in the grass.
Dig a tunnel.
Oh yeah, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel. I have some beef.
Let's go.
Okay, first of all. Wait, for what should I say? Okay. First of all. I was having a hard time from the get-go that Kiara has a freaking little brother. I was having a hard time. I'm like, how are we finding out about this now? Like, cousin? I could get behind. Little brother? Nope. Can't get behind it.
The only way I get behind a little brother is if Kiara is full grown with Kovu and they just had Kion way later. That's the only way I get behind a little brother.
Yeah.
The way I don't get behind a little brother is retconning Lion King 2.
Yeah.
I don't get behind a little brother for that.
My other big beef is Kiara's kind of a jerk in this pilot.
My other big beef? Not only is she a little bit of a jerk, she wants to be queen.
Yes!
And I'm like, where in Lion King 2 did that happen while she was a kid?
Yeah. So then another big beef I have is the fact that, okay, she's going to be queen and she's being trained to be queen. Whatever. We'll follow along with that.
I'm glad that they kept her as first in line to be queen.
Yes,
and didn't
I
try
would
to be like, you're a girl, so your brother gets to be king. I'm really glad for that. Like,
I
I'm
would
glad
come for Disney.
I would have been. I'm already mad that they retconned enough of Lion King 2. Like, now I'm like, that would have been next level. I would have gone nuclear.
Yeah. But here's my thing, too. It's like, okay, if you're training Kiara to be queen, why doesn't she then know about Lion Guard before Kion does?
Right.
Because, like, if I feel like she would need to know all the ins and outs and know about this.
I mean, she's a kid, so maybe...
But so is Kion.
Right, but he didn't tell Kion about the lion roar thing until it happened to Kion.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess. But I'm with you. I'm already beefing because they make her kind of mean.
Yes.
And she was very playful and fun.
Yeah.
And they make her want to be queen, which I'm like, she didn't want that until, like, them? Yeah. Us? They are us! Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's when she decided, wait, okay, I should actually lead.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't out here.
No. She
the
wasn't
whole We Are One song in Lion King 2 is all about how, if there's so much I must be, can I still just be me?
Yeah.
The way I am. Retconning, an excellent song, by the way.
Yes. Can I trust in my own heart? Or am I just one card?
I want me again.
Da, da, da. Okay, here's my other beef.
Excellent.
Kunga, right? Kunga? Kunga. The badger. The honey badger in Africa. Okay. Bunga. First of all, he's a honey badger in Africa. Is that even allowed? Is that even a thing?
Know.
Do honey badgers exist in Africa?
Let's find out.
I should have done my research, so
Do honey badgers exist in Africa? Live in Africa? Yes.
Okay, well, that's my ignorance.
Sub-Saharan Africa, South Africa, Morocco, Algeria.
When I think of honey badger, I do not think of Africa. Second of all, Timon and Pumbaa are his uncle. Make that make sense to me. Like, make that make sense to me.
I am on board for gay uncles.
Oh, 1,000% we stand. I want them to be in a relationship. 100%.
My Mickey clock that fell is going off. But you also have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. But anyway, the whole thing was like Simba was brought in by Timon and Pumbaa, right? Then they decide to do that again with this honey badger? Like, how, like...
I see what you're saying.
How is the, how, I need backstory. And maybe that's in future episodes, sure. But, like, he referenced Timon and Pumbaa as their, as his uncles a lot in the pilot. And I feel like that was very forced to be, like, leading with that. And then, like, there has to be some sort of... maybe not. Some relational thing happening, because then, like, he farts, like, Bunga farts at the end. So I'm like, okay, is that a taught thing? He could just be
gross like Pumbaa.
But Pumbaa's not gross, he's a
No, it's completely natural.
It is. It's natural. Natural gas, too.
I think the best way I can describe this is it feels like it's punching down for kids.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, Lion King 2 are, like, of a caliber where they don't treat kids like they're stupid.
Yes.
Lion King 1.5 goes a whole, like, Mystery Science Theater vibe because of the whole... they're watching it all or whatever.
Yeah.
So that punches down a little bit because it's a different kind of humor because it's Timon and Pumbaa's movie, and they are the kid humor... in the Lion King universe.
Comedic relief, too.
Right, exactly. This felt very much like it was punching down for kids instead of, like, treating them like intelligent people.
Yeah.
With the whole, like, the super repetitive catchphrases, saying they're my uncles all the time. Some of the, like, dialogue was just, like, kids aren't stupid. If they can watch The Lion King, they can watch this. Like, and... there's a huge argument that they need to watch all the Lion King movies before they watch this. So, like...
right. Yeah.
It felt very much like it was punching down for kids, and we know how I feel about when things punch down for children. It totally cheapens the product, and I also hate treating kids like they're stupid.
Yeah.
So, I was not about that. I also thought making Scar the head of the Lion Guard, and then just saying he lost it because he was evil... like, in the events of The Lion King is insane. That's another retcon that I was like, They're doing so much to Scar, like, in these live-action movies.
Let's
they're,
talk
like,
about
making
that.
him an adopted brother or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing?
Just leave Scar
He was
alone.
evil. Let him be evil.
Yes.
It's okay. Like,
It's okay.
some people suck. Like,
That reminds me of, like, the Wreck-It Ralph line. Like, I'm a bad guy, and that is good. You know? Like, let him be him. Like, stop bringing him back into, and, like, I would much rather Disney be like, okay, we have Scar, here's his backstory, make a whole thing about him if it's that important, as opposed to trying to force his backstory
also, like,
into different
if
situations.
you're gonna retcon, make him lose the roar before the events of The Lion King. So that way it's like, okay, it happened before we ever got to know him.
Like, as a child.
But they had him lose the roar when he, like, betrayed the hyenas or whatever it is. And I'm like, whoa. He never used the roar in the movies, so
I didn't
this is
see
stupid.
no lion clouds when he roared.
Besides Mufasa coming for
Right, but that's
Simba, but
different.
that's different.
He wasn't, Scar wasn't roaring.
This
at
is
that
also,
point.
like, the lion's roar thing is, like, very magical.
Yes.
And really, Lion King doesn't have that much magic elements in it.
No.
Like, Rafiki just reads the wind.
Right.
You know, and kind of knows stuff.
Yeah. He's the
And then,
mystical
like,
being.
Mufasa comes in the clouds and everything, but, like, that could just be, like, considered,
like, spiritual.
Simba's, like, inner turmoil and feeling his dad through, like, the elements or whatever. There's nothing that's, like, actually magic in Lion King. So, for this whole, like, roar thing to be happening is a little weird because they're introducing, like, something that's kind of very magical to the Lion King universe, and that feels interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not necessarily my favorite. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's talking lions, so whatever, I guess.
And honey badgers.
And honey badgers and cheetahs and hippos.
Oh my.
And birds. And gazelles.
Yes.
And hyenas.
Yes.
All of the talking things. We can first say James Earl Jones does return as Mufasa for this episode only. And then he is not Mufasa for the rest of it.
I literally gasped and, like, it made my heart happy just hearing his voice as Mufasa one more time, you know, especially, like, he just recently passed, so it's still
fresh.
Kind of fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My biggest acting beef was with Rob Lowe. What the hell was this supposed to be? Rob Lowe, I have never been so pissed at your performance before. This was terrible. What an awful Simba. He had no emotion. He phoned everything in. He sounded like he was talking down to children. Like, he didn't act anything. He just read it. And I was livid because you don't know this because you've seen Rob Lowe in nothing except Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe is an excellent actor.
Mm-hmm.
If I showed you, like, an episode of West Wing, you'd be like, oh my God.
This is the same guy.
How incredible. Like, he's so good. And then, like, he does do comedy really well. And then, like, drama tends to be harder for him. But West Wing, the people at West Wing got performances out of him. He is so excellent in West Wing. Mm-hmm. And then I haven't seen him in much else drama-wise. But I have seen him in stuff that he's not that great in. Like a romantic movie called Holiday Inn or whatever. Holiday in the Wild or something. I don't know. It's as he's been older. I feel like he's getting worse with age. Because this was horrific. I was so mad. I was like, first of all, if Rob Lowe can do it, why didn't they just ask Matthew Broderick back? Did Matthew Broderick really say no?
Yeah,
I mean,
come on.
if he did, like, I mean, I guess good for you, because it wasn't that good. But at the same time, if they didn't even ask Matthew Broderick, and they're like, let's get Rob Lowe to do it. Ugh.
Yeah. No.
I, like, hope. Rob Lowe's kid is very famous for, like, calling Rob Lowe out on his crap. In a, like, they're close. They love each other.
Yeah.
But, like, he will call his dad out on anything he does that is, like, stop that. He's like, you're full of yourself. Stop it. You know, it's great. I hope his son listened to his performance in this and was like, Dad, you need to act better. Because, good God.
Yeah.
No offense, Rob Lowe. Love you. And a lot of other stuff. St. Elmo's Fire? Oh, my God.
My favorite part, like, I found myself ready to watch the show. Like, they hooked me. Like, I think they did a good job of, like, really setting up these episodes to be that pilot, to be that hook. Because I definitely was like, oh, okay, like, I'm curious to see what happens, what transpires with all this band of misfits, and what adventures they get into, and, like, I would love to, like, learn more and see more of their arc as the series continues. I'm hoping that there is some bigger character arcs, especially with Bunga, because I really think he could grow a lot, being part of this group. So I it's weird saying, like, I liked when it was over, but, like, I left satisfied, you know what I mean? I really did like the animation overall, like, the vibe of it. Like, I can't really pinpoint, like, a favorite moment, but
yeah. My favorite part's the end. Not because it's over, even though I've definitely said that. But just because, like, you know, it's satisfying. It's satisfying, and they all, like, you know,
they all have their tattoos.
As their Lion Guard people, and it's great. I love that. And I also really liked Ono. He was my favorite of the guard.
Is he
He's
the
the
hippo?
bird.
Oh, the bird.
I do love the hippo, but
the hippo
I liked the bird. He gave me good vibes. I was like, okay, Ono, I'm on board.
He was giving, like, Zazu energy too.
Sure, yeah.
You know,
I just like that he, like, of everyone, he seemed the most, like, mature and together. He was just like, I see it. And you're like, yes, perfect, excellent. I did hate that they just said, like, it's like, you know, the strongest, the bravest, the fastest, the keenest of sight. Like, they couldn't, like, just say
keen.
Right. It just, like, was like, one word. The keenest of sight. It's like, dang.
Yeah,
okay.
we get it.
Yeah, it was funny. It made me giggle.
Yeah.
Least favorite part?
Bunga.
Fair. Mine's Rob Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe how bad he was.
Just Bunga, just, like, he had no chill. He seemed to have just brought the overall maturity down of all the kids. Like, he definitely, like, it's like what you were saying about the punching down. Like, I felt like he was, like, the epitome of that really encapsulated that message and that vibe. I felt like the friendship between what?
I was just gonna say he was the Caillou of the group. You ever seen Caillou?
Yes,
he was definitely the Caillou of the group. Like, if we're looking at all the PBS shows, Bunga is Caillou.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
So, anyway, I feel like the friendship, too, felt forced between him and Kion. Like, I didn't really believe that they were best friends. Like, I felt Kion was more, like, above in terms of, like, maturity, growth as a character.
Timon and Pumbaa's relationship with Simba is, like, very, like, flushed out and thorough. And, like, you see that bonding. Like, I mean, you know, they save him, and then they raise him, kinda, sorta, you see. And then, like, there's even a moment where they're like, Timon's like, Pumbaa, you're being insensitive.
Right.
You know? And then later, they, like, help him take back Pride Rock. So, like, there's that bond solidified in there. And then in the second one, they help him look after Kiara. So, like, that bond is really established where, like, Bunga's just here being annoying. Granted, he, like, you know, fought a hyena or tried to.
Yeah. With his fart. My thing, like, I would have rather have seen, like, I get what they were trying to do. They wanted to establish all the characters of the Lion Guard right up front. I get that. But I would almost rather have had, like, a few more moments or key points to really build that connection with Kion and Bunga, because I feel like that's gonna be leading in, like, just based off of, like, how much focus they did, like, it's gonna be a bigger part of the show. But, like, I feel like we needed a little bit more, and I'm sure more episodes, like, this is the first exposure I've ever gotten. Like, I feel like it'll happen organically, but I wasn't believing it right off the bat that they were truly best friends.
I was surprised that there wasn't, like, an episode dedicated to finding a member of the Lion Guard each. You know, like, he, like, proves to everyone that he is supposed to be the leader of the Lion Guard, and Bunga becomes the first member of the Lion Guard in this movie. And then, like, it'd be an episode to add Fuli, it'd be an episode to add Beshti, it'd be an episode to add Ono. Like,
and they each have their own little, like, story, plot line,
to
or, like,
prove
message.
that they are a member of the Lion, like, you know, like, it... But to, like, get all of them in the same 44 minutes, it was wild and not a lot of bonding.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, they save Kiara, which, by the way...
Kiara could take them down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you are going to handle it.
She is strong,
hid the whole time.
independent.
That's another retcon, though. Like, she went into the Outlands by herself and met Kovu and was like,
Yeah.
You're so big. My father told me to never turn my back on an outsider. Like, she's so
feisty,
like, brave and fearless. And then she's here, like, granted, like, you know, she gets scared of getting trampled in Lion King 2, but I don't know. It was like...
Yeah. Didn't buy it.
Yeah. They made her the older sister damsel in distress.
Yeah. Boo.
Anyway, recommend?
Yeah! Actually, I would. You know, like, if you've been wanting to, like, learn more about Lion Guard, especially in the wake of, like, all, like, Mufasa and, like, other plot lines... I know, Mufasa, that's
I
a
didn't
whole
see
other
it
thing.
yet.
I haven't seen it. I can't do it either. But I would say, yeah, like, for 44, I feel like I got enjoyment, like, 44 minutes worth of enjoyment. Like, I don't think I don't regret spending 44 minutes.
No, sure.
You know, I felt satisfied after watching it. So, like, yeah.
It is for free on YouTube, so, like, it's not like you have to pay it.
Right, yeah.
I put no. Only because if you love Lion King 1, 2, and even 1.5.
Oh, that's fair.
Don't do it. Don't ruin it. Don't taint it. You know, like, if you love those 3 movies and you hated the live-action Lion King, don't watch this.
Yeah,
but if you're curious, it is only 44 minutes. It's an easy watch. It's for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it can be fun. But you need to, like, let it exist outside of the normal Lion King stuff.
Yeah, if you're a purist, no. If you're intrigued, yeah.
Would you watch it again?
I probably wouldn't watch it again. I'd watch the series, though. I think I would spend time...
Testing out the episodes?
Testing out the episodes, yes. I don't know if I'm, like, so passionate that I'm like, I need to watch the whole thing right now, but, like, at my leisure, if I'm bored and I'm struggling to find something, I might pop it on Disney Plus or whatever, you know. But I wouldn't watch the pilot again.
No. I also would not watch the pilot again. No, thank you. Alright, that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
That's all I have too.
Whee! That's all we have for Lion Guard. Final rating?
Ooh! Can we do it out of tattoos?
Sure.
Okay. I would say like a 2 out of 10.
Wow.
Tattoos.
Okay.
And here's why I went this low. If we're comparing it to all other Disney movies, this is not a movie. I mean, it is in terms of this project.
Sure.
But, like, outside of this, there are way other Disney movies that are way, way better. So that's why I'm going 2. Okay. I added a little bit buffer because I did enjoy it. But I'm going to say a 2.
I gave it a 4.
Wow.
Which is shocking.
Okay.
Well, because I've watched things that are way worse than this. In the grand scheme.
True.
But it's not good. I gave the acting a 3. I guess I was feeling generous. Because everyone else isn't that bad. It's just Rob Lowe that sucked.
Yeah, but he sort of ruined it for everybody.
4 tattoos out of 10. Total movie count. Her Death Don't Cry count are definitely still the same. If you want to follow Odd, go follow. They put out some vlogs on the channel.
Yes.
Cruising.
Yes.
Cruising.
Hoping to post more soon.
I know.
It's been kind
of a cliffhanger.
I know. I'm sorry.
You got a big life.
Yes, I've got a lot going on.
Yeah. So links below as usual. All that good stuff. If you want to keep up with the movie I'm watching when, follow me on all socials to find out what movie I'm watching when. I put out videos every Monday, Friday, and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. Got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video a week early. And then tiers above that, you get daily trivia, monthly postcards, bonus content.
What more could you ask for?
Kind of stuff. Buy merch!
Yeah, swag!
Merch.
Yeah.
This is a new color, isn't it so pretty?
I love this new color.
Yeah,
I feel like the camera isn't even doing it justice.
Not at all. It looks like a normal blue on the...
No, and
it's like a heathered blue. It's very pretty.
It's really pretty. I'm gonna probably be buying one after this.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like, it comes so much faster, and it's better quality. I am, like, so thrilled with it.
Yeah.
Until next time, comment, subscribe, and I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so do you, and don't be the hyenas about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Thanks for coming right away, because now I get to, like, get it all finished right away.
Of
which is
course,
really nice.
I know your...
It's really great.
Yeah, I know your schedule
I
is
mean,
important.
I would have been fine, because I'm behind on editing right now,
But hey, now
still.
I don't want to be
nice.
the cause of the behindness, though.
Well, sure, that's nice.